for teams like an Ohio State, Georgia, Bama, and all them that have the backbone that you mentioned, it's maybe we don't take a recruiting class size of 28 kids.
Well, sure,
Maybe
for
we
sure.
take something like 12 to 15 and we invest heavily in those 12 to 15 guys that we truly believe in. Maybe we supplement with some other guys, but then we really spend in the portal looking for those guys who can be veterans that can help us right away. And Indiana's going to get the recruiting. Signetti's only been there for 2 years, right? If they continue on the success path, they're going to start pulling even better recruits that are 4s and 5 stars who want to come there to be the backbone. And then at times, if they don't play, we're going to see guys leave Indiana, just the way we have anyone
Now,
else.
see, the one thing I'll push back on that is I don't think you can go lighter on your class because that discounts the rule of thirds in your class, regardless of your class size. A third of your guys, if you're a good oiled recruiting or operation, a third of your guys are going to be exceptional contributors. A third of your guys will be situational players, and a third of your guys are going to completely wash out of your program. I think, like, especially with how high school recruiting is nowadays, you're having to give these guys more money to entice them to come, but these are 1-year contracts. So what you're seeing with a lot of these freshmen going into the portal at all of these places is these are guys who got big NIL deals to commit and spend their freshman year at a program. The season's over. They're sitting down with the coach, the GM, whoever's responsible for these decisions, and they're negotiating next year's contract. And the GM is coming up and saying to him, hey, you were a practice squad player this year. You were making this amount of money. This is what we're paying you because you haven't established yourself. And your 3 options are you either take it and hope that you do better next year. You leave it, you go to the portal, and you're probably not going to get a bigger offer elsewhere. So now you're uprooting your life to get the same money, or you leave the football team and you just stay in school. So I think continuing to recruit as you have been, knowing that, like, hey, you signed a 25-man class, you're probably going to lose 8 to 10 of those guys after their first year because they're just going to straight up wash out of your program. And that's fine, right? Like, you want to trim the fat from the bottom end of your roster. You don't want guys who you know are never going to play for you hanging around, taking up a roster spot, taking up NIL money. That's when you got to go to the portal and say, okay, we lost 10 players from our recruiting class. Let's add, X, Y, and Z from the portal to be able to supplement it. I think that's going to be the way to go. And it's just going to be, you got to figure out who those right guys are in the portal to figure out how they fit into your culture.
And I wonder if it's more, you get your 12 to 15 who you're focused on as stars, and then for like Ohio State reference, you stay more locally for maybe your other 5 to 8. That you pull the Westerville kid who might be a 3-star, and you see what
he's going to hang around.
And then maybe he's here for a year or 2 and then he leaves. But that's okay because that's the depth you need. He gets better by playing against better players. And if he pans out, you hit a home run by taking the hometown 3-star. And it's a guy from your area that you know will want to compete against rivals. They'll know the conference they're in, all those things. It's going to be an interesting way moving forward. I'm sure, as you said, some guys are going to go complete portal, man. They're not going to care. We saw how that doesn't totally work, though. Look at Colorado and Deion Sanders. They don't recruit at all. And I've heard Deion does not go out on visits. If you want to see Deion, you come to him on your visit. They don't recruit. They go portaling, and this is what happens. They treat it like an NFL, true free agency, and it doesn't work.
Also, one thing that you have to consider about Signetti is they got a lot of their portal guys that first weekend by basically telling them, here's your offer. It expires as soon as you walk out of this room, so take it or leave it. And at least there's a guy on one of the Notre Dame boards who used to be an NFL scout, and he's kind of intimated that that's rubbed a lot of agents the wrong way. You can't get away with continuing to do that. Like, that's going to come back, and you're going to start seeing guys not go take visits to Indiana because they know that's going to happen.
Yeah, because they're going to want, it's like recruiting all over again. These guys want to take multiple visits.
It's the Saban way, right? Like, I guarantee you he learned that from Saban. Like, here's your offer. As soon as you step out of my office, the offer is rescinded, so take it or leave it.
The way you can keep that going, though, is you have to have that type of success. You have to be here every year. You have to have the clout.
You can be a prick. You can be a prick when you win. You can be a prick when you win.
Yep. You have an 8-4, 9-3 season, and you can't do that as much. But right now, they're the hottest team in the country. They can do whatever the hell they want.